So, I hear a lot of people saying that one of the things they don't like about Captain Marvel is that it looks like it doesn't belong in the MCU because it looks like it was made in the 90s. And hear me out. This is what I think. What if it was on purpose? I mean, the movie does take place in the 90s, but it's also supposed to be before Iron Man. And I know what you're going to say. What about Captain America, the first Avenger? Well, that was in the 40s, yes, I get it. But that was a more stylized version of the 40s, right? So I think maybe, just maybe, the filmmakers for Captain Marvel meant for the movie to look like that. That's just my opinion. Hey everyone, welcome once again to El Magnifico at the movies, and today I'm going to be reviewing Captain Marvel. That's right, the first female-led superhero movie by Marvel Studios. And all I have to say about that is about damn time. We've been waiting for a Black Widow movie for forever, since we first saw Scarlett Johansson on the tights. And now we have Captain Marvel. So here's what I like about it. I love the acting. One of the biggest things that I love about it is that Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson have great chemistry. Now, Brie Larson, of course, plays Captain Marvel, and Samuel L. Jackson is playing a younger version of his character now, Nick Fury, or Fury, as he wants to be called here. Ben Mendelsohn, who you may know most recently from Rogue One, but he's a great actor and he's been on a whole lot of wonderful films. He plays Taros, the leader of the Skrulls, and the Skrulls are these alien race that are evil. Now, granted, I don't know a whole lot about the source material for Captain Marvel, and I don't know a whole lot about the Kree and the Skrulls. But they do something in this movie that maybe go, okay, because I do know a few things, but if I tell you what I know, it's going to spoil the movie, so I'm like, anyways. So Ben Mendelsohn plays the leader of the Skrulls, and he does a wonderful job. A lot of the humor from this movie comes from him, like a fish out of water type thing. Now the Skrulls are shape-shifting aliens who can take the form of anybody that they see, as you can see from the trailers, where Captain Marvel punches an old lady. So Ben Mendelsohn plays that role. We also have Jude Law, who plays one of the members of Star Force. And I'm going to get into Star Force a little bit when I start talking about the things I didn't like. And Jude Law is the one who trains Captain Marvel, lets her find her Kree powers. Now, and also Annette Bening, who plays the Central Intelligence from the Kree universe of world. That's a fantastic job. She also plays someone from Carol Danvers' past. Now, here's where some of the things I started. Before I go into the things I don't like, Goose the cat, I also love, and Maria Rambeau, who is Carol Danvers' friend from her days in the Air Force. She is played by Lashana Lynch, and I like their interaction, their emotional bond. They have a great area of bonding after getting together. But that again leads me into one of the biggest things that I did not like about the movie. All these great characters, but I don't think they had enough time to give them the meat for the characters that they need. What I mean by that is that they did not develop the characters correctly. I think it's probably because of the time constraints of a movie. there's a lot of emotional things that would happen in this movie that I did not feel. And the way that they interject Carol Danvers' past with Captain Marvel's future is, all over the place, and it kind of feels a little bit out of, not necessarily out of place, but like they could have done that a little bit better. Um, it's all done through flashbacks and things. When I saw the movie, I kind of liked it, but I'm thinking that, yeah, that was one of the things that I had a problem with. Um, so yeah, that was the biggest thing. The characters weren't developed enough. Um, there should have been an emotional punch when um, the people in Carol's, or what happens to Carol Danvers when she's in the Air Force and she's doing this wonderful thing to help someone. And that should have a more emotional impact to the characters, but because we just met them, and we met them in a very out of place, so it's not chronological. Like I said, it's done in flashback. You don't feel that emotional punch that it should have had. So those are the only things that I didn't like about it. I like the score. I like the soundtrack, music from the '90s. Another thing that I've heard people say that they didn't like is because like they're showing you the '90s in it. A lot of the '90s reference like Blockbuster and Radio Shack. That was so fantastic. I had no problem with that because it lets you know that the movie does take place in the '90s. The soundtrack, of course, music from the '90s. Um, so I had no problem with that. Overall, I will give this movie one thumb up. No, I didn't like it enough to give it two thumbs up. Yeah, and I would probably give it 3.5 stars. So I guess what I'm saying is I didn't like it as much as I thought I did. Then again, I've only seen it once. I am planning on going back to the movies and watching it at least another time. I'll probably watch it a lot more times, just like I do all the other MCU and DC movies. Anyways, that's my opinion. Have you seen this movie? If you have, let me know in the comments. If you like this review, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. That'll help me out a lot. Actually, if you hit the like button, that'll help me out even more. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the El Magnifico. And until I see you again, may God bless you all. So long. Thanks for all the fish. Ciao.